person.
All those in
Motion by
favor?
Charles. Aye.
Aye.
It hasn't been seconded
Charles
yet.
wonders.
And the chair isn't recognized as Charles.
Yes, I haven't recognized you. So don't
No,
worry.
Does that mean
No,
it
no,
doesn't
no.
exist?
The chair must refer to itself in the third.
You actually do it to refer to yourself in the third person. Unlike Charles, you're supposed to.
Pa.
Let's
There we
all
go.
try and stay professional here, people.
Alright, people.
Paraprofessional.
I'll get in the back corner.
No, no.
Students.
Okay, RAs are paraprofessional. We are pseudo paraprofessional.
We're students, thus creating a student government.
Does that mean we're pseudo paraprofessional?
Yes.
It means you should shut up now.
I'm trying. Free phone. Mine doesn't work right now.
That's really hurtful.
My phone doesn't work.
The fact it went into a puddle? Across a parking lot?
My phone doesn't
No,
work,
the
which
funny
means
thing
I'm
is
entitled to whoever's I
Alright.
want.
They haven't for years.
That's what I heard.
That's good.
Had to bring up my
Your
email
Verizon would just
stamp
fix
it
it.
off.
It's for the video they're making for the barbecue.
We never even agreed we were making a video for the barbecue.
Yes, we did.
We committed everything out, and that's how it happened. Now go sit down and realize that if you create committees, they're going to make you
I didn't
unhappy.
make a committee for it.
Committee!
All in favor of replacing John as the chair, say aye.
I think that chair's still pretty
All
good.
of those in favor
Oh, we have a majority. Aha!
all those in favor of replacing John with a parakeet?
Bye, John.
Well, you don't want to replace. You don't want to.
Alright, come on. Yeah, quiet.
Aw.
Megan will not be here. Sean said he didn't give me confirmation. It sounded like he was going to be a little late or that he might have a conflict. So, it's already 7 o'clock and we'll have class tomorrow, so let's start anyway.
Motion
Alright.
to enter closed
No.
session. Yes.
Motion to turn on the fan.
Second.
There.
No, Sean, that.
Sit. That's
Sean,
Let me have it then.
no, you are sitting down and
Get
you're
that
not
on
going to
film.
stand. You're
Get
not
that
going
on
to stand
film.
up and walk around all meeting again.
Charles, screw it so you can block him.
Well, it's not like we accomplished anything last meeting either.
Yes, we did.
Well, we did. You just weren't listening. All right, come on.
Just fine.
No, you weren't. You were playing with techno crap back there.
Actually, I was finishing hallways.
Who cares?
Oh, all right.
Let's try to get along, everyone.
Aw.
All right. First thing we have is the Student Activities Fair. It is this Thursday at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Hubbard Park.
Not it.
All right.
I'm stuck in class.
I don't have
Okay.
class until 1 o'clock on Thursday, so I can be there.
All right. Well, I didn't finish yet, but all right.
We're already quick to say.
All right. It does conflict with one other ARH thing, which I'll get to next, which is interview issues. But this is since we've renewed our membership or recognition as a student group with OSL, we get a free table and 2 chairs at the Student Activities Fair for any motivated student who seems to want to do something. We can have flyers or just have a poster or give our little spiel to anyone who's willing to listen. I signed us up a while ago for it when we did it because I figured it wouldn't be a bad idea. Who has any time between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Thursday free? I know Sean's got a heck of a lot of classes in that time period. I am free.
I have classes from like around 12:30.
Okay.
So
So you're probably pretty much in class because you have to eat lunch too.
yeah, I have from 11 or from 12:30 to 3:30.
Okay. Charles has classes all day for Thursday?
Greek and Latin.
Greek and Latin.
And actually, not all day, from 11:30 to 1:20.
That covers that. Zach.
You know I'm free.
Yeah, Zach's
Yay!
free, I'm free. Sean has class, there's 3 of us. Alright. More importantly than who goes, we can have one person be at the table. That's fine. More importantly, we need to find out what we want to give out there. We have a whole bunch of leftover. No, we're not going to have
Coupons to Malone's. You get all those action coupon bucks.
No, we're not going to re-give out something. Sean,
Yeah,
what did I say about focusing? You stealing? No, you stole a plaque. Give me the damn plaque. Alright?
Yes, Dad.
Don't throw it at my ankle. Alright.
You know, Seisho drove a long way and just got home a half an hour ago, so can we act like grown-ups? Just a thought.
Motion to act like
When I was
we're
listening, it's fine, although I don't think things from Malone's are a good idea.
We're not going to hand out things that have already been handed out to us. All right. Okay.
There's some really good ones from Planned Parenthood as well, John.
All right. What do we think we should have as materials at this time?
Like maybe 20 flyers that explain what we are. No,
Don't-
no, not those.
I would say, yeah, a bunch of flyers saying who and what we are, like he was saying. And do we still have those? Didn't we have a big bunch of pens left over from the spring banquet a couple years ago? People
A
like
big
pens.
bunch, we had like 12.
Yeah, we did last year,
And
but
we
they all
used them
got
all.
used.
Okay.
They handed out to people at the house, handed out to the exec board.
Okay.
I ate them.
We're out of pens.
Bad shot.
All right. So okay, well that's
Well
Can we
then, like,
also have some candy?
yeah, it was just candy.
candy. Probably try to bribe. No, those are for bigger programs, like say barbecues.
Not, yeah, but
We also want examples to show the house when we get into fruit basket things, and we want to keep a certain amount of these around. It's not like they're perishable.
Well, we're gonna weed out the stuff.
Okay, maybe there's one or two things that are perishable, but I think a lot of that stuff has a shelf life that could last down.
we're handing out radioactive materials.
Radioactive carbon
Hey, we can't
dating.
even buy that with our card, come on.
Point being is that there's plenty of stuff. It's not going to go bad. We don't need to hand it out right now. That's tied to issue number 2. Number 2 is starting last year and continuing today has been a search committee to find a replacement for Maggie Van Oel as Director of Residence Services. I got a campus mail from Belinda a while ago. There was a guy who was in town before early move-in week, and there was a guy who was here last Thursday, right after I got this, and there's 2 more candidates that are search committee found need to be interviewed by as many, I guess, as we can fit ARH candidates. Now the next 2 it's a luncheon tomorrow and there's a luncheon Thursday, both at Hillcrest, I believe, and the times are tomorrow is 11:30 a.m. to 1:15 p.m. and Thursday is noon to 1:15 p.m. at Hillcrest Dining. There's resumes and feedback forms and such in here.
I didn't get a feedback form for the one Thursday.
Yeah, we haven't made a copy of it yet. It's still
And you're
sitting.
not gonna get
Who has, basically lunch available on Tuesday or Thursday?
I think Thursday I'd be better at the student activities fair because I'm better at talking to anybody who'll listen than I am at interviewing people.
See, I'm really good at interviewing people.
We have the same problems. You, the 3 of you have class on Tuesday, Thursday, same time?
Yeah, actually just
Okay. All right, well, all right, then I guess Zach and I and Jamie will basically have to handle these 3 things because we're the only people that don't have class at the time.
Which I have to leave and be around 1 to be at my class.
That'd be
too,
fine.
so.
Oh, you have to leave from student activities fair at 1?
Yeah, I think I can get to the engineering building from Hubbard in
All right. And you have 1:30 class too, don't you?
Yeah, but I just leave 5 minutes early.
Fine. Well, the point is that no one can really stay till 2 anywhere, though. So I guess we'll leave the student activities fair a little early.
I need the candy.
But all right, so the same 3 people, Tuesday or Thursday. This Tuesday I cannot make this. I have German on Tuesday at 11:30, but not on Thursday. So you 2 might want to do the interview Tuesday if you have time then, because it's always nice to have 2 opinions in an interview.
I'll have to leave half an hour early probably because I have my class at 1:05.
All right, that's fine. Leaving early is not a problem. In fact, about every single meeting I've gone to, half the interviewing group leaves early for class. That's why they make them so long. People can leave early and come late. And as far as student activities fair stuff, Sean, you look like you want to make a flyer
Okay.
for that.
Oh, that's just gas.
Yes. Talk to Jamie about that and just print off 20 flyers. Why don't we throw out our hallways? We have a whole bunch of hallways. Take a stack of that there. That's basically an informational thing. I don't think you saw this yet. This was in your mailbox, but
Hey, we can take the inspiration.
yes, we can take the banner.
banner.
We can take the banner if you so desire. That might scare more people away than it attracts. It's an old, ugly banner from the late
I
70s.
say, can we just spray paint it over with black?
Just have a unicolor banner. I don't think that would help much either. It wouldn't help much either.
I'll get
We
some.
can-
However-
numbers out.
If we can put the loans on it, that might bring some people over. at least.
Yeah, but that'd be false advertising.
The
But
whole-
just John talked with Jamie about a simple flyer, 50 pages, print it off the office or someone
I'll
will-
burn my printer.
or burn someone's printer. We don't need many copies because let's be realistic, this thing doesn't work that well. But it's just the issue of one more opportunity where people who are activists will hopefully flock to. Alright.
Where is the student activities day?
It's in Hubbard
Oh, I'm
Park.
sorry, you were serious.
And if it's a rain day, I think they said it would move into the main lounge in the
Some
IMU.
main lounge or the ballroom or something.
It's on an email I put up on the screen to check facts a second ago. That's in that. As far as positional things, we all have issues and different things by position. Since I figured he's the most long-winded, we start with Zach.
Motion to limit the amount of time.
Motion to
I'll
kick him
I'll
in the
limit
head.
it.
Less-
That's too long.
Motion to limit to
If
less
we're
than an
going on
hour.
too far, I'll cut it short. But from your side, Zach, what do you have that you want to talk about, if anything?
We're already doing training.
Training's your only issue you want
Oh,
to discuss with us?
Apparently Chick is cool.
Okay,
So many people get out of this.
all right,
Chick is cool.
elections.
No,
When?
seriously. Oh, elections?
When are people holding, what all associations do you know are holding elections soon?
There's like 12 different associations in an 8 meeting tomorrow. I'll try to go to 2 of them.
Oh, you have to go to all of them right now.
Hold on.
Why do we have 12?
Joking.
Hyperbole, okay, fine, we get it.
But something like 4 or 5 are actually in meetings tomorrow. Including Dom, BC, here, Mako, there.
All right, what about, you met with hall coordinators and town coordinators last week?
Everywhere but North and Andy, because,
All right, well, do we have any sort of voting rep form?
no, that's Sean's job.
I can do it pretty quickly. Actually, I do.
Well, it's something you two kind of have
Well, I
to
know,
work
Sean
together
and
on.
I worked it out, it's his job.
I was gonna say, we should.
Is Sean aware that it's his job?
Yeah,
Sean is aware.
Sean will let
Okay.
me do it.
Why would
We
it
do
be
this
implied
last-
and
oh,
Sean
we
and
did
I
this
worked
last
it out?
year. Or no, I'm sorry, I didn't make it.
I had a
last
very
year.
vague form I made last year.
Yeah,
We had
I
the
did
CCC
make a nice pretty one, although, did we agree on how many signatures it needs? I was thinking probably, mine and his or mine and John's? Probably mine, his signatures and then the,
No.
June's not considering her own though.
What?
June's not sending out her own.
Good, good. That's the point. We don't want to send two forms and get people confused again.
Especially when one of them has 25 different.
Okay, well, how about this? How about after the meeting, real quick, someone agree on a form and shoot an email out to all hall coordinators with an attachment
I'm already sending the
Well-
hall coordinators an email tonight.
tonight?
Okay.
Well, add that as an attachment.
okay, well, let me go back home and make it then, 'cause,
You guys live 2 rooms from each other, so that shouldn't be a problem.
yeah, I know, it's really
no
unfortunate.
rooms.
4 rooms over.
No
Well,
rooms.
You get.
0.
Well, see, the
Point
room-
being is we want to have a sheet for them so that way
They can get it done
elect
already.
house people because executives are nice, but house members are even nicer.
Yes.
And we have training later. That's good. Next, I think I have PPCA.
I was going to meet with Mayros last Friday. There was nobody in the office. You know, I thought they employed somebody there part-time. I don't know. So I waited around for 5 minutes and nobody showed up. So I'll probably phone in an appointment time and meet with her sometime this week to iron out exactly how the ARH House or Senate seats, I suppose it will be
The res hall.
transferred to our
Okay.
jurisdiction.
I might want to let me know when that meeting is. Just out of curiosity, because there was talk about it last semester, and I'm curious as to if their plan has changed at all over the summer. So.
If you really want to endure that, by all means.
Yeah, but either way, okay, that's
But that's the project that I'm working
affiliates. Does Amateur Radio Club know about our house meetings?
That always
on. As a
sounds.
matter of fact, actually, I believe they do. Staub came in.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I told him. So
All right.
I'm sure he'll.
So we're relying on stop or something.
For whatever it's worth, Staub knows
All right.
what meeting
Well,
is.
I guess Sean with Urge Warriors and Charles with NRHH. Let's figure.
Oh yeah, NRHH.
I guess
knows
it's-
when the meeting
I'm
is.
the liaison
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't
to
do
stuff.
But he's president of NRHH.
So I'll talk to Charles.
Okay.
So it's,
Well, I guess that has more to do with the budget anyway, so we'll talk about it when we
Oh, I
get to
do, you're right.
finance. Anything else you want to bring up?
ICC.
they know.
Yes, ICC. I'm concerned. Who will be their advisor?
I am.
VPAR.
Problem solved.
Local Association. They know?
They McKay, yeah.
Okay.
She and I talk
She hates
funny
me.
things.
Well,
No, she doesn't.
Most people do, all right?
She doesn't hate you.
And
All right,
UIRC was
Charles,
thrilled to
so
find out I'm there.
All right, anything else from you, or that's about it for now?
That's about it. I guess, is there anything anyone would like me to take care of this week?
Well, we'll all have stuff to do when it comes to barbecue and training, so we'll get there. Seishu, finance.
I'm meeting with Paul tomorrow, so
Okay.
he can sort of brush me up on everything, sort of give me, it sort of would be my training.
Okay. I know you just got back in. I don't know. Have you been?
I checked my.
So you've been checking Rex, and you've got a hold of what we've been charging.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, but the only thing I'm kind of concerned about at house meetings is, like I remember William used to put up sheets on
Mhm.
PowerPoints, and when people used to ask him how much is left in the accounts and stuff like that, I'm not up with it. And I'm not exactly sure how to go about all that. Maybe Paul will help me figure all that out.
As far as you mean PowerPoint is concerned, in that aspect of it, or
No, not
the
PowerPoint, the actual like,
reading the
what to put
reports?
up there and like,
I know Paul's real good with all that. He came in the other Thursday before you moved in and kind of talked briefly about that. He's real good with that. So if you have a lot of time, set that with Paul.
okay, yeah, we're meeting tomorrow at 9, so.
Should be pretty good. The other issue is budget. I guess while you're running around the ARH office tomorrow, ask about basically how much money we have as a general idea to budget, and between you and me, we need to agree on some sort of budget to present to the House eventually. We don't have to do it right now, but in the next week or two. So, when budgetary things.
I need
come
a
up.
$1,200 blue rec, or yellow rec too, pretty soon.
You do what?
$1,200 yellow rec.
That's barbecue, we can talk about that.
That's barbecue coming up, but that's okay. But yeah, so that's so the key is that you've been getting copies of what Blue Recs that have been done over the summer and that kind of thing. And if you're up to date with that and meeting with Paul, then that's good.
Hey, Seishu, I need to know what you're doing with financial board. Since I'm going to be talking to the Hall Association, or to the AHCs, small planners. So,
Like what day?
I mean, do you have any idea of when you want to have it, or et cetera?
I'm not exactly sure, probably on Tuesdays or Thursdays in the evening. One
Okay.
of those 2 days, probably Tuesday evening.
Alright.
Tuesday might be bad for some of the finances,
Is
associations.
Monday?
Because half the associations meet Tuesday.
I guess Monday would be fine.
On Monday we have executive meeting and House meetings.
Well, you could do 2 years ago they had financial board meetings an hour before the House meetings. The ARH House meetings. I don't know if you want to do that. It's up. You don't have to have, but it might not be a bad idea to find a night that works. Find a couple spots that are good in your schedule, and then start running. When VP of Finances start getting elected, run it by their schedules. Because Financial Board and Cabinet, you really have to wait till everyone else is elected before you can set a meeting time. If you set a meeting time based upon your schedule, it might not necessarily fit everyone else.
I guess if you want to give out my email to the association.
Which one, the
Sony.
woman?
Yeah, I have, it's just sonywoman22@yahoo.com.
Alright.
That's, MAN.
Alright, no writing of Greek or whatever you're doing over there.
Kid ace Latin.
Or Latin, I don't care.
See,
Point being,
Latin, at
It's
least
Paul.
2 people in here speak.
3. John knows Latin.
alright, point being, if it's a meeting, you don't write up Latin. Can you put the board away, please?
Why is the
Keeping notes.
Why is the stapler up there?
You're not keeping notes. Please put the board away, alright?
Ah,
Here, Zach, would you like to hand me the board?
Sean, don't act like a kindergartner.
He started it.
it's his fault.
Not funny.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was funny. Can I at least eat the markers that are remaining?
They're expensive.
These aren't flavored.
What's your name again? I'm sorry. Zach.
Alright, Sean,
Yes.
alright, status report on what you've been doing the past week.
I've done anything the past week? No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I haven't done a thing this past week. I haven't had the time.
I buy it.
Yeah.
Tell us about the posters you're making for the barbecue
Well,
and how they're
well,
doing
Well,
it
barbecue
here.
stuff we'll get to later. Non-barbecue things. We already have voting placards. You have, did you make the
I
sixth
need
placard
to
for
make a
Hillcrest?
6 placard. I'll take some paper with me and print it out real quick.
All right.
Um,
Sixth placard for Hillcrest.
Yeah.
Hillcrest got an additional seat.
Yes.
Because the ICC.
Okay, I got some, that's a side thing we'll talk about, redistricting. Over the summer, when the housing numbers got finalized on the website,
Semi-finalized.
well, it's finalized so they can get before people actually set foot in the room. I took a look at the numbers of, and as pretty much as was expected, the 50 people from the ICC added to Hillcrest gave the seat that came up for grabs back to Hillcrest. So everyone else moved the same. Hillcrest now has 6 seats instead of 5. And the ICC obviously lost theirs because they're no longer an association. So Hillcrest has 6 voting reps. So
Maybe the pen everywhere else.
they'll print out that 6th one. That, and since you're obviously a free time, get that a sheet to Zach that he can mail out to some sort of representative recognition form.
And get it early.
As far as signatures are concerned, yours and mine, and we'll copy them to Zach when they're signed, so he knows who they are. You should know who we are, but his signature's really not important
Yeah,
because he's not enforcing attendance or running
Yeah,
meetings.
right,
He
I
just
get-
needs to know.
Oh, I just need to
Remind
know.
me, did the old ones? I can't remember who
Yes.
the old ones had on them. Did they? I know they had on them.
Advisor,
Was it
president.
So-
President of the organization. That's
Okay,
it.
okay, and then it would be, so it'd be the advisor, president of the organization, then you and me, and then
Right.
obviously the people who actually are the reps have to do
Right.
it.
You should have a spot on there though where it specifies like ARH officers only, and then have you guys sign it.
Right.
Just because you're gonna confuse the whole association president.
Well,
That's
and
right.
the other thing
Don't
is
don't leave blanks for our signatures. We'll just sign them when we get them in the margin. All right. Just have voting seats, open for them. Number of alternates, up to 5 alternates total. All right. Signature for their president. Signature for their advisor.
So in reality, for Hillcrest, and there are 6 reps, I guess. So you actually have 6 normal reps and then 30
No,
blanks.
5.
No, 5 total. The cap on alternates is 5, not 5 per
I
seat.
thought it was 5 per seat.
Well, no.
Jim was wrong.
June was wrong last
So
year.
it's just, so
5.
so
That's
it's,
too bad.
or, wait, so it's 5 alternates total, not
Yes,
one?
5
Yes.
alternates.
Okay.
So just leave 5 alternate spaces open and then get that to Zach.
Okay.
Since you have so much time, since you don't do anything.
I don't have the time, believe it or not.
Oh, you admitted to not doing anything.
No, I admit not doing anything with this. I admit to doing stuff with other confusing things that really, like,
Alright, Jamie.
Okay, school supply drive. I know most of you don't realize we have another program going on right now because I'm the only one who does anything with it, but I had a thing up on the board for a while. If you've got any suggestions, we're running it an extra week because the only donations I know of have come from Barb, who is a clerk or who's the secretary at the Hillcrest desk. So
well,
it's
that's
not,
only because the box was sitting next to her all day.
Anyway, we've got the posters up in the halls. It was out in the newsletter. So any other ideas on how to get people interested and possibly get some more donations in would be nice.
Talk to the RAs.
I'm going to email the hall coordinators and ask them to bring it up at their staff meetings this week.
I think that's the best way of doing that. Especially the female RAs. Female floors love doing stuff like this. Guy floors just kind of laugh at it.
Yeah.
And then go drunk.
And then go drink.
Anyway, we're supposed to have a report on how we did, oh, well, we had 4 boxes of markers and 6 notebooks. It really doesn't make us look that good when we report back to McCurr and talk to the school district.
Do we donate us some stuff from the Christmas desk?
That was it.
It's steel paper from
Straight from the-
Okay, my other thing.
You have a good point. You can just find stuff.
Within the next couple of weeks, I want to start getting out applications for McCurr because I want to start delegation forming early and see if we can't have some kind of cohesive group by the time we get there. Yeah, good luck with that.
I would recommend not until the 22nd of the earliest. We won't even have, people won't even be involved until then.
Well, I'm going to probably for the second house meeting is when I was planning on having applications out. But that gives me, the bare minimum of time given that I wanted for delegation forming. But any suggestions on what to put on the application to be a delegate and how to get people interested in applying would also be appreciated. And for those of you who want to go, just, you all have to fill out applications too. I'll be talking to Sean about what we're going to do with that.
Alright, that's a question for budget related for Mucker and Nucker. Mucker is in southwest Missouri State.
One
Right,
of them's
no.
it's SMSU, yeah, Southwest Missouri State, and then the other one's at St. Louis
At
University.
St. Louis. So we can so ARH budget, what would you like to see as far as funding shifts? Obviously, we're gonna cut and occur a lot, down to some, because we're taking a bus to SLU instead of to North Carolina.
Yeah. I don't know. I saw no budget numbers last year from what we did with conferences, so I'm not up on that yet. I don't know. The planning phase is something I don't know a lot about, and I don't have any of the information that I need for that, so I'm still kind of yelling at Jeremy so I can see what was done in the past.
Okay.
Let me talk to people and see if I can get anything out of Jeremy or find some old numbers, and I'll get back to you when I find out, what I need. I
All
can't
right.
tell you how much I need until I know what I need to spend money on.
While you're talking to Jeremy, can you see if you can send us their RFIs?
That's another thing on my list. Believe me, he's got everything,
Well, I'm just
and
thinking, we have
I know.
free franking rights to a lot of universities across the nation.
well, the
We
thing
might have
is,
some dedicated
Pretty well.
franking.
Mail, free postage.
Every single
but-
high school in Iowa will free postage. For every college in Iowa, definitely, I think it might extend though outside of Iowa.
that's one of the things that I wanted to get from him, believe me, so I'm working on
Alright,
it.
well, I'm sure we'll all enjoy yelling at Jeremy.
I need to print out something.
Sean, do you have his phone number?
What do you do?
I don't
Jeremy?
want-
The
yeah.
that I sent you.
Yeah, how much you gonna pay me? No, just kidding.
Okay, go ahead and print that
I
out.
do.
Just 1 second.
Yeah. I actually was gonna see him kicking for you this weekend, but. Didn't happen.
Alright, ARH barbecue. September 13th, Fox News, but Fox Channel decided to change the time of the Iowa State game from 5:30 to 11:30.
Why can Fox change the time of an Iowa State game?
Because they're the ones who broadcast it, where all the revenues come from, and the teams will bend over backwards to accommodate television.
You don't find that kind of funny?
No.
No, I don't want
Don't
anything
care.
funny. We're trying to be efficient with the meeting for once. As such, we now have lunch on the east side and dinner out in the west side. I had a meeting last Friday with Greg Black, Bill something, I don't know his last name, the new guy at Birch. All right, and Renee Buck from Hillcrest, and Sean was there, so we went through a lot of details of what's going on with that. I'm just going to brief everyone on the no fun side of the administrative aspect of that. And on the lunch in Courier Courtyard, food is going to be in the Courier Courtyard along there, with seating in the NPR in the game room and outside.
Have rooms been reserved?
Yes.
When is this?
This is September 13th.
Yeah, before it's that.
And that's, we need to, basically, throughout the day, there's probably gonna be approximately 3-4 volunteers in charge of controlling flow, taking out garbage cans, that kind of thing. That's all food service requires of us. 3 or 4 people. And there's 6 of us.
At each striding shift?
Yeah, in each side. And on the west side, Zach has gotten some Big Ten rental inflatable games and
How
such
much?
set up. Money, I'm just talking about volunteer right now. Money's another later on.
Money.
But we're probably going to need a couple people to run those, right?
They require 4 people for setup and takedown. Setup and takedown?
Setup and takedown will be in between dining, so that's fine.
No, it won't. Setup will not be in between 9. Setup will start like 2 o'clock. They start setting up way early.
Okay,
So
that's fine. That'll be after lunch, though.
it'll be pushing the time.
No, but cleanup, you need fewer
They'll
people.
They need 4 people for setup, 4 people for takedown, 2 people to run
Okay,
games
okay.
during
We don't have to supply people to run those machines.
the games. Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do, and that's fine. Obviously, you have friends, roommates, someone in a hall association. You think you can con into giving up some of their life? This is the weekend to do it. I know you don't have any friends, Charles. You don't have to nod at me, but other people who have girlfriends, they can pull in Sean.
Lisa,
Anyone we can yank in for a few hours of service. We don't need that many people. In fact, theoretically, if we were all free almost all day, we could probably do it just ourselves. but I prefer that we try to find a few volunteers, yes.
I'm right now scheduled to work from noon to 2 p.m. on that day. Do you want me to try and get out of it?
We need the help.
Noon to 2, that'll be the east side, that'll be after lunch. Actually, if you went right from work out to the west side to help set up, we'd probably be okay.
I can try and, I can't guarantee I can get anyone to cover my shift. I can try, but there's a chance that I'll be stuck.
Plus,
I don't mind not working it, but I don't know that I can for sure get out of it.
I'm guessing the people that want to are people who would move microfridges, for example. Someone like Charles, me.
All right,
someone
well,
who
why
can
don't,
lift heavy amounts.
So-
No offense, Jamie.
well,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, why don't you try and get off? But if you can't, it's not the end of the world. You know,
Okay.
don't pull personal favors to get off. If you can't get off, fine, but, you know, we could use people. Lunch is being served from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. The game will go from 11:30 probably till about 2:30. After 1 p.m., lunch stops. They're going to they'll still keep the pop in there, and they'll be bringing chips and dip and salsa and such in as munchies for the game.
What time was food served? 11:30?
Food starts at 11:30. We should be there about 11. Whoever's volunteering, and that should be there about 11.
So the program is officially starting at 11:30.
Yes.
And it's officially ending, say, 3 then?
Officially, yeah, ending at, yeah, say 2:30 or 2:30. And then on the west side, dinner is served in the courtyard from 4:30 to 6:30. We'll probably need to be there about 4 for dinner stuff, and if people need to be there earlier for Big Ten stuff, Zach will know about that.
And the games are open we'll have games there from 4 to 8.
What?
Now, don't you-
Games there from
don't you
4 to
work at 7?
Games will be there from 4 to 8, so it'll be through. So basically, we got ourselves signed on to a 10-hour workday here.
Oh, great.
In case of bad weather, if weather reports look like it's likely it's going to rain Friday afternoon, I'm gonna call Bill and Renee, and we're gonna call it off. The outside, we'll still have the game showing, and even if there's bad weather, there'll still be chips and drinks in the NPR for the Hawkeye game. So regardless, we're gonna have the program of the game in Courier. Dining would be in Burge, and the west side dining would be in Hillcrest, and we're SOL on the Big Ten rentals.
We'll have a tent, definitely.
We'll have a tent, so I don't know, we can.
Well, maybe we can put the King and Hill jousting.
And we don't really have any videos with public viewing rights, so the west side program,
We do. Where's like, you don't buy videos?
they haven't bought them.
They put in nuts and bolts.
They didn't buy them.
Assholes.
Well, fine. Either way, we don't have any. I asked Sean about that. So our program's dead on the west side, if it rains.
Let's see if we can get like a review and see if we can do some sort of open mic thing.
We would have the sound system, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
We'll have the sound
Yeah,
system
see if we can
checked
get the
out.
system.
So-
See, that's entertaining on the west side is your job.
We'll need it on the east side too.
It's
your job.
Yeah,
Only
it's
there
no
was
It's no fun.
What time are the games on the east side?
The football game is going to be from 11:30 a.m. until
It ends.
about 3 hours or so.
I mean, like you said, on the west side, the games go from 4 to 8.
Oh, yeah. Those are the
So you don't have any games here then? It's just
No.
over there. Okay.
right.
It's really not even room over here for it.
Right. The football game is kind of entertainment on the east side, or so the plan is.
Are we going to have you finish, John?
That's
We
me.
had discussed it.
All right. Yes, I guess fine. We'll go to the giveaway
Whatever.
section.
Okay, we had a little problem with the giveaways because of buses and traffic, and I got to the printers 5 minutes after they closed. It was, very traumatic. But we do have, and Friday I worked all day, and my person who was helping me out kind of lost her ride, so this didn't get taken in Friday either. So tomorrow, bright and early, headed over to Old Capitol, and this is the t-shirt design. It'll be navy blue print on an orange shirt, and that's what we'll be wearing. We'll also have some to give away. Got everybody's t-shirt sizes already, so there's no getting out of it. We're also going to have napkins, which are going to have our logo on them, and the t-shirts should be fine for the timing. The napkins she has to send out, and she said she needed at least 2 weeks, so we might be running a little short on that on time, but I'll know about that tomorrow after I go and talk. But
Nice napkin.
Let's see if we can put
The
napkins in the
slogan-
printer.
the slogan's cheesy, and it's from our wonderful president over
No
there.
fun.
And
What?
Wiping
to go,
out your
no
problems in the president's halls.
yeah, you guys can get
Come on, no
those if you want. Let's see, other giveaways, I have about $150 left if the cost quoted for me from the printer stays true.
Coupons.
So, actually what we're doing is we're going to get two $50 DVD players and then $25 in gift certificates per side. So,
How are
you know,
you
like
gonna give
5,
those away?
huh?
How are you gonna give those away?
I was thinking about that, maybe during the game, if we could work out some kind of, something like they did down in Rec Room Dining, where they had the trivia things, you filled it out, and then they did a drawing of people who had the right answers or something like that. Except use Hawkeye football trivia, like how many field goals did Nate Kading kick last season or something like that.
Successfully.
Yeah. Yes, Sean.
0.
Question, if Sean promises to do this as soon as we get back to Hillcrest, would you like a less chunky version of the logo?
Yes.
Okay.
It's for a napkin, I don't really care.
I know, but you'll still see it.
Yeah.
Alright. We might also want to find a way, is there any way to make that a one color instead of a two color print, Sean?
It would save
You
some
mean-
money.
You mean take the gray?
It would save us 30.
Either take out the
Take the
dome,
gray, I can take the dome
or
out.
fade the dome in the same color print somehow.
I can take away the dome, I can't fade it back because then you won't be able to see the lettering correctly, but I can get rid of the dome.
It would save us 11
Yeah,
cents
give-
per napkin and a
I'll trash the
screen
dome.
fee.
Yeah, kill the dome in it or something, so we can.
I think the dome is necessary to work. I mean, without the dome,
But it's
just
It's a
expensive.
napkin,
It's expensive, Charles.
It's also very expensive, it's a
It's
napkin.
11 cents per napkin for 1,000 napkins. So
What happens, wait, is that one or two colors?
it's with two colors. It's 31 cents per napkin,
Okay.
which means the
No!
dome costs us 11 cents per
Bye-bye
napkin.
dome.
Thank you, I'm glad you
Yeah.
understand.
That dome is 11 cents per napkin, Charles.
Okay, last time we made a rough budget on this that I kind of arbitrarily threw together. Does everyone remember what it was?
$1,200 for me, $500 or $700 for Jamie,
750.
$750 for Jamie.
Okay,
The rest of $2,500 to Charles. Wasn't it?
no, there was like advertising or something.
there was $100 we gave to Sean for advertising, and what did Charles have? What did you have?
Hold on, during the match, John.
That's what I forgot to make, was blasted table tents.
If I
Well,
recall,
450 seems about right, but I
Well,
don't
the question
foresee
is, what do
using
we-
it.
since we already reserved the room and we have projectors free,
I need more money.
I was
don't
at
care.
700.
I mean,
Sorry.
I'm more than happy to transfer money.
It was 700.
Well, let's get money to Jamie and to me.
let's assume you have.
Or we could just cut costs.
Let's assume Charles doesn't have any money for now since he really hasn't done anything with it
I'm-
anyway.
I don't need
700,
to.
not
It's a game.
750.
For 700.
Yeah.
So I guess we had originally 200 for Charles, but we're cutting that off.
No, we had 700 for Charles. We had $2,500 budgeted.
We had some overflow money planned.
500 of that was overflow. You kind of assumed without asking.
No, it was $3,000 total budget, and 500 was overflow.
Well,
2,500
now
was
it's 2,500. So there.
Did you need tapes?
I've already spent $1,119 and I want to have this 2 games and a tent.
Okay.
Get 10 minutes.
John,
I need money.
give me like $150 for a bucket.
What do you want to do with it?
Well, I was talking to Sean, that video idea type of thing.
We can do it, but I have no tape.
Yeah,
I mean, no,
so we
I
need to
have
get
one
tapes.
video cassette tape in my hands, and I can't keep recording over it.
Wow, how much do we think we can make that videotape
It's not hard.
decent, like non-cheesy?
I can't see why
Like,
not.
who saw the ASAP video last year at the presentations?
That was
Zach?
okay. That was
That was okay,
okay.
actually.
That was okay. Can you do that quality, Sean, in 2 weeks?
I can do
Less
better.
than 2
I
weeks.
can do
We
better
can do
than
that.
that.
Do better than that? All right.
We have iMovie. Come on.
Oh, we're using Mac.
It's gonna be hard to do.
Jamie's working on 700. Zach's at 1,200 so far.
I've already spent $1,119.
Okay, we're not saying it's the end of the world.
Well, I'm saying here's what else I want to buy. I want water balloons, a bunch of them.
No,
Shh,
No,
quiet.
it's too much
I
cleanup.
cannot emphasize how much of a bad idea water balloons are. Having experienced water balloons at Maydays,
Well,
they
what
suck.
we're planning on doing with water balloons is water balloon volleyball, assuming the day is nice.
Why do we need to do water balloon volleyball? We have free volleyballs from Hillcrest.
Because water balloon volleyball is more fun. I'm in charge of fun. I say it's fun.
How
I
many?
you-
You're talking like huge water balloons here, or
Like water balloon volleyball. Basically, the point is that you have to catch it without it breaking, right? You can hold on to it. Then you toss it up underhand.
You just want to see
Well,
girls
okay.
get wet t-shirts.
Can we use
Well,
it?
the
No,
sand will
I
get
can't
wet,
believe
and
that.
picking up pieces of
I was
water
either gonna-
balloon from
I was-
wet sand
it's
is
either
not.
that or a dunk tank.
dunk tank,
Dunk
hands
tank.
down.
Okay,
Who's
man.
gonna sit in
mess.
it? Not me.
Zach.
Not me. Not it.
It's
Seishu?
Actually, they won't allow him in. His hair clogs up the filter.
I think we should get Shelby to, I think we could get
Shelby's gone.
Shelby in it.
The entire female staff of Hillcrest is gone that weekend.
Oh, we can always
Call it
use
off.
Mickey. He's about the closest thing we got.
If you can find people who are willing to fill the dunk tank for 4 hours when it's going to get colder as night goes down,
Oh,
good
God.
go ahead, all
That'd be a
right?
lot more fun.
But if
I could ask
We
him,
do,
but I don't think so.
but make sure you have other people verified before you order a dunk
The
tank.
point is, I have $81 spent, and I'm trying to figure out something fun to do besides 2 games that people aren't going to go to.
I think the cake.
No, all right, no,
Birthday cake.
I'll talk to Nate again.
To who?
Nate Staniforth, he was a magician at the block party last year.
What
He's an
about,
RA and courier.
what else would we do then? I mean, any ideas?
It's your time to come up with ideas.
You're Mr. Fun.
Okay, fine. I'm going to spend the $80 on, 2-gallon things of Absolute.
No, you're not gonna buy it.
Okay, Zach, maybe
Alright,
we could work out
seriousness here.
something, maybe we could work out some kind of game where they can win the prizes that I have, because we've got trivia on the east side, but we haven't quite figured out what to do
Okay,
on the
fine,
west
there you
side.
go. Find some sort
Volleyball.
of. Yes, we already have
volleyball.
volleyball's a given because we have 2 volleyball pits and we have
Something-
volleyballs we can grab from
Ooh,
Shark or
something
AJ.
not so athletically
I
inclined.
have something that'd be kind of fun.
Make a volleyball
No,
tournament.
Listen,
What?
it'll use the tents. You ever seen those games like state fairs when whoever can has their states holding on to like the car the longest wins it?
What?
No, we're not gonna have state fair games.
Come on.
Alright.
We do it with the DV
What, we can
player.
let, we can
Can I
let,
be a carny?
oh come on, we can let a bunch of pigs
Alright,
loose.
stay with Siri. So if I'm stick with volleyball or maybe organize a tournament, I don't know, something.
We could set up something like, stack a bunch of cans and let them do the ball toss where if they knock the cans over, they win something.
No, that's stupid. I was thinking whoever holds their hand onto the DV player longest wins it.
No!
We're not gonna have people burning their hand to win something that we don't have the budget to buy in the first place.
Yes,
We have the budget to buy 2
Yes, she's
DVD
buying a
players.
DVD player.
You're buying a DVD player?
I'm buying 2 DVD players.
Players.
I told you I have $150 left to spend on prizes, 2 $50 DVD players, and $25 in gift certificates per side.
This is going to sound a little bit crazy.
Shut up.
No, go ahead, John.
I don't know. I wonder if there's something we could do that would be a better incentive. DVD players are cool, but the problem is nearly everyone in the world has one.
Well,
I don't know, everybody could use a second one, but I don't know. Is there
everybody
any-
can use a second one.
I have to.
I say you might want to go with more smaller prizes though.
Uh-huh.
Such as?
Maybe one DVD player and break the 50 into something
How
else.
do you do one DVD player on 2 sides of the river?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Who says the prizes have to be exactly equal?
If it's not equal, people will bitch.
Well, they can
How will they
Who
know?
cares?
How will they know if the prices are?
Zach, they can go to both sides of the
They're
river.
never going to know, and if they do come, they have an equal opportunity.
They're not gonna know if the prices are divided absolutely equal. Doesn't matter.
I have no objection to, instead of DVD players finding more stuff, it just means I have to do
Well,
more
I guess it
work.
really doesn't matter what you buy, as long as it's with the budget of $700. Sean, do you need any money for printing these nice posters you claim to?
The posters, no.
Have they been even sent to your friend?
No, it'll take him 20 minutes to print them once I get another 6.
Yeah, but I
they have to-
don't want
no.
you. I don't want you faxing them 3 hours before the thing, saying, "Don't worry, you can print them and send them, through some cool Ethernet connection here in paper." I don't want to hear those kind of excuses.
Actually, I was going to have him shoot him out with a cannon, but no, I haven't sent them back to Tony yet.
The
But
point being is that there's no time like the present.
I know. This is a busy week.
It's a hostage.
The only
All right,
thing
fine.
I-
You
The only thing I really would need money for, we're still doing table tents, right?
How about?
Yes.
Okay, and I have to have those approved by.
And you also do posters for some people, like,
Table tents. I'd like to have one.
When do we need?
Wednesday.
I can do it quickly, but when do we need to have the drafts reviewed so we can get the printer?
Well, they can use it for next semester.
We need to
Yeah,
have
or
it at
books
the
or
RS
gift
Wednesday to be put
certificates
out.
and
Or to be
sweatshirts
put
or
out at all.
something.
They're being
Like
put out
Alice,
Thursday.
Yeah,
Peter's
exactly.
Record.
They can use
Yes.
it next semester too.
We have these 2 days
That's actually
reserved
better.
for table tents.
Yeah, like the
All right.
notebooks
We
and
need a-
stuff.
we need
most
a couple
people-
days.
But the
that's
sooner
not
the better.
exciting.
Right.
It's like a good idea,
I
but
tell you what,
it's not really
tonight,
exciting.
if
but,
Zach,
like,
you come to my room, we'll get
$20
those. I'll
a
get the
couple
flyers.
for
Jamie and I will work on the flyers real quick for the table at the student fair thing.
Student activities fair.
Activities fair, thank you.
This
We
isn't
can
my
do that.
job.
It'll, well,
It just
it's 5
getting
seconds.
assumed.
I just
No,
need-
it's just getting assumed that I'm doing your job because I did it last year.
What? I'm just asking you to help a little bit. We'll
I
go for
don't,
them
I
real
don't
quick.
have a problem with that.
Alright, people.
And
Yeah.
I'll do the table tents real quick then. It'll take 20 minutes.
All right. $200
So however much those
For-
cost to print, that's about it.
And whatever.
For
else.
you and Charles to make some sort of video and all of that media stuff. Posters, table tents,
That's
video cassette if you need to have it. I don't any of that crap. Any stuff you need to have that play successfully on the
I was
Open
gonna say,
Courier.
can they play DVDs in there?
I don't know. Why
So-
don't you
What do
ask
you ask?
Barb one day?
If not, I'm sure we can put one out.
Okay.
But
Ask-
why don't you try to buy your tape right away, considering our credit card is Kate's? She might let us use it.
We
she
may
might
be
not.
able to get it from the damn bookstore. I haven't looked there. I don't think they sell it.
Well, that's not.
If they do, we'll just get a
I'll
Blu-ray.
ask.
If they do, we just get a Blu-ray.
All right, fine. You find and check that. I'll ask Barb what kind of formats are acceptable for the projector and see how that would, what kind of conversion. I ask what that takes in. Do they have a DVD player or not? Do they have
I can do it to DVD player, or no, I can't do it to
AV cables?
Either AV cables or a DVD player, because I can hook the camera up directly
Okay.
or I can burn it to a DVD.
All right.
John,
Yes.
can we get a catalog to that supply store?
We can ask. Call them up, ask.
General
DRS
stores.
has one too, I think.
Because that supply store might have.
Oh, prizes, is 700 for all the prizes then?
The prizes, the t-shirts, and the napkins.
All right. Well, Zach, what about? What else do you want for your side of the river?
Don't say hookers.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna tie the prize. I think we should tie the prizes in with all association memberships.
Yes, that was the other thing. Is free on your side is.
What, sign
Let
up
me
for a
finish.
hall association?
Sorry, finish.
Let me, thank you. We go over to the PA system, we say, okay, the next 10 people who come up to here and either buy or have an association membership to any association get a chance to, or have a 1 in 10 chance of winning this prize.
1 in
Something like
10,
that.
that's pretty
Yeah.
crappy.
Shut up, Sean.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
And tie those in, so the only way to win a prize is if you're an association member. We are not gonna sell association memberships then. It's ridiculous to expect us to sell something, but we already paid for the card and it's only benefiting.
We're not asking us to sell it. We're trying to get
They're
one of
selling.
them to sell it.
Yeah, we have to get people from them to sell them.
We.
You.
Okay, fine.
You're the V part. Yes. See if
Anyways.
you can contact. Fine. You can just put it up. You can do the West Side. Charles, why don't you contact Oscar, VC, and AD when they exist and ask them if they want to.
Oscar semi-exists, so I could.
Well, that's fine.
exists.
Email Adam. All right.
Adam.
Oscar's like one of
doesn't
the
have-
No,
three
no. We
members.
don't need to debate whether Oscar exists or not. All right. I know Adam exists. Fine. Ask assistant hall coordinators, and that's fine. But see if we can't. Why not? When people have been selling memberships at floor meetings, it's not that hard to sell a membership.
AJ will send somebody.
You need a U-bill slip and a card. Stop playing with cell phones and Palm Pilots or cassette tape things. All right, it's not hard to do. So
Okay.
ask East Siders, ask West Siders.
I'm sending an email to everyone asking for volunteers right now
Fine.
anyways.
Well,
So I'll just ask
that's
everyone.
fine. You can bring it up in that then.
There's
I
some,
need to know people's night availability. I just remember that. Hall associations are doing huge membership things this week, trying to get people involved.
Okay.
I can't make every single one. I mean,
We'll bring that up when we're at 6 for extra stuff. Just to stay on the agenda.
office hours too. 7.
here's something
Jamie.
interesting. We cheapened the napkins by quite a bit, so that doubles the prize budget. Just so
Okay,
everybody
so you
knows.
can get more fun stuff
Yeah.
to give away. I'm sure we have since
Instead of the DVD player, I'm gonna do like bookstore gift certificates and sweatshirts.
Why don't you check out the place in the mall called, or Gamers Place in the Mall?
Right.
The video game place?
Yeah, they'll sell
It's really lousy games.
they'll sell used PS2s for like $80.
Not
Well,
80.
well-
It's like 160.
No, it's not, because the new one's 150.
Well, that's with the network thing.
Well, I know,
The used
but
ones.
see if you can, you might want to look into that, like a used system or something.
I think I'm just gonna do gift certificates and sweatshirts and things like that we can get more of that people will still like. I don't think I'm gonna do anything.
It looks better if we give out a bunch of semi-valuable crap as opposed to 2 valuable crap.
Why don't you increase the number of our t-shirts then, so, I'd rather give out our t-shirts than give out Iowa
That's
t-shirts.
for West
personally.
Side
How
stuff.
does everyone feel about
This
that?
is
I mean,
prize
Shrug.
budget. This is
I
East
prefer to
Side
have us
and
have
publicity.
yeah, well, I think we should
Okay.
give out more of our
Kind of have,
t-shirts.
like,
than-
Okay,
than
right
the-
now we're
400
doing
more
20
dollars
of
that
our
are
t-shirts. I
floating
can do
around.
more.
Yeah.
So 1,200 is just for
I think it was
Yes.
20 of our
Why
t-shirts.
are we
Yeah.
doing
So
20?
it includes food and-
I picked an arbitrary number.
We're getting food service.
Is it
to provide
cheaper?
food.
That's what I'm wondering.
Okay.
I picked an arbitrary number. We're getting 26 altogether, 6 for the executive board and 20 to
Yeah.
give away.
Giveaway. Okay.
And then we have
That's
400.
fine.
That's
I picked an
kind of
arbitrary
our
number.
budget thing that more or less you get to kind of assign to people.
Oh, how
if
much
they
are those
really want
shirts
to buy
each?
something else.
Huh?
They're pretty expensive, aren't they?
They're $5.90 plus a $20
Well,
screen charge.
If you want to get extra t-shirts to give away, it's fine. It's giveaways. $700. Gift stuff
We
away.
double the number of t-shirts we got in town.
Actually, you're right.
I don't think I could double the number of t-shirts.
Well, if there's $6 a piece, you could double the number of t-shirts.
The
that is-
t-shirts
Okay.
cost $176.
I know. They're
Micromanaging
$6
for
right?
later. Training.
My thing, not yours.
Zach, did you get the thing printed out?
Okay, you ever notice what Microsoft Word does to bolts when you print them out?
No.
It
changes
changes the
them.
design of them completely. So the bolt designs aren't what I intended. Okay.
Oh, wow. I've never had that problem before, Sean.
It does it on the computer here in the office.
I'm
They're all
very-
threes.
I'm very-
They aren't in, if you want to look up there, they're not threes. But anyways,
Yeah, it
This is the basic ideas. I arbitrarily assign names to some of these things. Those can change, obviously. Everyone knows the purpose of fall training location. We decided the courier, MPR, and sitting area, I think is the official title of the other room.
Has any of this changed since what we decided?
Yes. I
Can
have
we skip
description.
to that?
I have description.
Let her
Take 10 seconds.
Take 10 seconds to go over station. Come on.
Sunday,
Calm
the date of the training will be Sunday, September 21st. I will need everyone to at least have most of the day available. And guesstimated times is from 2 to 6 p.m. And that's
Including dinner?
That's including a huge amount of time for dinner.
Okay.
So
45
expect to show up like 1:30 and leave at 6 exactly.
Wait, what day is this?
Sunday, September 21st, the day of Third and Blue. The day before our second house meeting when we have to vote on our budget.
We're going to have a half-hour close.
These are over.
They're vague. If we get allowed
The
a
end
little
time,
early,
the end time is overestimated to make up for emergency time in sessions. The programs are sort of listed in order when they're done. Leadership in the residence halls, I have John, me, Charles, and Jamie, and residence-like people coming to that. I have extra reason for the people to be leading it. Leadership styles, motivating others is res life. Residence hall student government thing, that's you, John,
Mhm.
pretty much until the end. I think we should talk about Big Ten, Nucker, Mucker, and that'd be you, Jamie, so that makes sense. How to run a meeting and how to use technology to accomplish some goals, like PowerPoint presentations, Charles. There's like each, during this meeting, I want to assign times to how much each one of these is going to take away. ARH
How to
says,
run a meeting might be how to run an RHA.
yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
But affiliates are coming out too, so,
Okay.
or they can come. ARH and Hall associations, how to get help, and reports is me. We're actually going to cover how to give Hall association reports at ARH meetings, so we don't have, there was a
All right.
fire and we're doing a program.
I agree. I
Hey,
think
those were the best reports.
Yeah, those are the better ones.
those are a step up. All right. So
Okay,
finance.
no, I want to go over time. I need to go over time, I want to allow for each one of these. Leadership styles, for leadership in residence halls, I scheduled 45 minutes for everything. Okay? So for leadership and motivating others, I figured we can give them at least 20 minutes to cover both those, so 10 each or so. Does everyone agree?
Yeah, that's
For
Well,
resident,
Before we start assigning detailed times, I'd talk to Sean and see what Res Life side.
obviously, this is just a guess
Oh,
for us.
and we don't need to guess. I think this is pretty detailed.
Well, I know, I want to guess, I want, because people actually have to prepare for what they're going to do. Residence hall student government, that's actually a lot to cover. How long do you think you'll need so far, Jamie?
It seems pretty straightforward. actually.
Levels.
With the Big Ten, Mucker, and Nucker, I assume you want me to talk about, like, first of all,
Here's Big Ten, here's what it is, here's my card, here's what it does. I'm thinking less than 5 minutes for that.
yeah.
If I'm going to go through all the levels, I'm going to talk about how important it is to be a responsible leader, and I'm going to
What students get, basically.
let's smile up there and say it. Tickles your innards. You feel great. Okay.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of, it's a great resume builder, it's really good, it makes
You know what? They want their president to say that. It's a great resume builder. That's why I'm here.
Well, I
Hey.
can't have self
No.
You can come up with it, this is stuff that I think we should cover.
Okay. Well, fine.
And what students get more involved, like, first, there's committees, there's voting reps, there's blah, there's,
Great way to
there's-
be.
I'd say 10. I'd say 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, 10 to 15, so we're up to 35 minutes, we have 10 minutes for everything else. How to run a meeting,
It doesn't take that long.
And using technology?
That's quite short.
Okay, so,
I would say no more than 10 minutes. but-
okay, so then I'm running over already for mine. I'm saying I'm gonna need 5.
Well, I can cut it. I can get it down to 10 minutes if I want.
Or do we want to expand the time?
Or we could just cut Res Life.
Or we can expand the,
We could cut Red's life. That
Okay.
pissed them off.
let's cut up leadership styles, keep and motivating others.
Fine.
Leadership styles don't matter, right?
Right.
Anyways,
Move on.
Yes, no. Yeah.
okay, so but motivating others actually does matter, and we're giving them 10 minutes on that. Finance, how to use the finance system. That's Seishu, because you're a VP of Finance, and Charles, because we need 2 people to run this thing properly. No offense, there's a lot of info to go over in here though, and you might want to take
And I have a
time.
lot of experience at the ARH.
The accounts, 450 versus 950. Semester allocations, how to determine how much. And monthly statements, how you get it from Paul. Recs, all the recs, all 4 of them. Budgeting, how to, I want to give an example of one from last year to show them, and when to turn them into Seishu and Financial Board. Floor funds.
Not at the meeting, but still, like BC.
Floor funds, how to do the availability of what they can spend it on, how they can spend it, how much money they get, the guidelines for use. Extra funds, financial board, the normal fund, the financial board supplemental fund, cabinet, up all night, and other alternatives that you can think of. Stepping up, cab, might be able to give you some money. And you'll actually have to look into these to see what we can do, because I don't actually know all these. Guidelines, overview of financial guidelines, like 5-minute thing going over it. And responsibility with student dollars, 5 minutes.
Give that one to me, didn't you?
And I want this to be 5 minutes long for responsibility with student dollars.
Well, you see,
There's a
you've
long
accepted
argument
a
about how
strong
to-
responsibility, a responsibility that.
So between
Okay,
between you two, finance needs to be prepared out. There needs to be some sort of handout, which will most likely we'll just print out off in the office because it's just best cheap for us anyways. But I'm thinking, like, I don't know how many pages do you think we need?
I think 1 page is the best. If
Well-
we can get it on 1.
But we need a page. We need a page for an example. Well, actually, yeah, that's both sides.
1 page 2-sided if we have to.
Yeah.
But
And we can make the recs smaller.
yeah, and it's already nuts and bolts.
Scale.
Budgeting, you might want to have an example in there on it too, and just some other
I do have a
guidelines.
question about floor funds though. That's entirely at the RA's discretion. Why are we going over it?
No, it's not. RAs don't determine how much money they get. RAs don't determine what they can spend it on. We determine that.
ARH,
RHAs.
DRS.
RHA determines. Well, yeah, but we're going over that with what they can. We're telling them what they can spend it on. I don't trust them to read the book or nuts and bolts.
Yes, but floor funds are more or less. I mean, yes, theoretically, floor government does, but
No,
it's
no.
a-
That's
The only thing that needs to be touched on to an RHA individual
Is
as far as
determining-
floor funds is make sure when you're doing your budget, you factor them in.
yeah, and determining how much each floor gets,
all right. Well, I'm just.
and the availability, what you can spend it on.
I'm fine. Just
That actually
making
does
sure we
matter.
realize we're on our side. Okay.
Parley Pro, that's going to be Soper and me.
Nice.
Probably the closest thing to his finance here.
Guesses. I'll switch.
Anyways, it's going to go over the basics. Who uses it? Parliamentary organizations, go figure. The motions, some basic motions and some other motions. Resolutions, amendments, how to do one yourself, in fact. We're going to go over debate for a couple minutes, say how to debate, and then we're going to practice time. We're going to have them, or I think we should have them write a resolution, do a fake meeting, a fake motion, or fake motions and fake stuff.
How do you write a resolution?
In 45 minutes.
Yeah. But hey, it wasn't my idea to make these short, was it?
I know. I'm just
Do you
saying.
want, we can
That's the right
Zach, people
resolution.
kill
That's not
them.
possible for you at the time, but I think you can still do it.
If we can increase, if we want to increase the time limits, we have to increase finance, Parley Pro, and programming.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
no.
talking about increasing time limits. I'm saying acts the right of
No,
resolution.
we're not gonna, that's going in there, that's more important.
It takes forever, Zach. Just the language of it is
Writing
hard
a
to
resolution is
understand.
more
We'll have
important
a
than
temp-
half of this stuff. We are
I'll have
teaching
a template ready. We more just insert. I mean,
That's not too bad, but
that. No, how many people wrote resolutions last year?
I'm not saying that they have to use that template, but if we're going to teach them the general concept,
Yeah.
we don't want them fighting over the formatting. We want.
Oh, I
them
agree, but we have to teach them how to write them.
Agreed,
That's-
but okay, that's.
That's,
I'll find a way to do it. I did a Parley Pro program at
and this
Curtis
is,
for
this
50
is you and I
minutes, so-
running it too, so you can figure, we'll figure out a way.
We never did get around to practice though during those programs.
Okay, next is programming. Guess what, Sean, you haven't done anything yet, so you're doing this one.
Why do I know how to do programming?
Yeah.
I don't.
Advertising.
Advertising I know
Hi,
how to do. No,
CCC.
advertising I know how to do, but that's about it. I don't know how to run
Programming
it.
will also include Jamie Sackett as community service, and we got drawn into that.
Under evaluating, maybe I could include something about
Yeah,
OTMs.
And Residence Life, because quite frankly, raise your hand if you know
Good.
anything about programming. Hey, there you go. So that's why Res Life is definitely in this one.
Make sure under evaluating, I'd like some time somewhere to talk about OTMs.
This
and
isn't.
I can.
If I'm not leading one of these sessions, I'm not helping you plan it out.
Well, you can.
Super.
Great, so you're gonna be by me the whole time then.
Finance is going to be 10 minutes long, right, Seishu? Here's a form, fill it out, figure it out
Okay.
yourself.
Programming. So between
Who
you
wants
two,
pizza?
between you two and Sean, you need to figure out how to teach programming to these people. And no, we're not going to say just read nuts and
Well,
bolts.
see, that's the other problem, is you can't teach programming. It's not a set procedure.
Sean, shut up, we
Sean,
can do it.
Sean, you can tell them, you can give them some idea of how much planning and what to do for advertising, how to evaluate, that sort of thing you can go through. And,
Okay.
How about
Okay,
this,
okay,
Sean?
okay.
You sit in the corner and you talk when I tell you to.
and I included brainstorming too, so you can talk about programming for 20 minutes.
Alright, the
The
question,
basic- the
alright, the
basics-
close, who we doing,
The close is, the introduction and the close are all of us again. The close, the introduction is definitely all of us, but the close is going to be us saying, us getting to know people. It's basically a social thing. Yes, we're going to meet with these people we have to work with them for all year. We're actually all going to show up at close and introduction.
Alright, well, I don't know, we'll see more of that later, that's fine.
And then basically from 4:45 on to 6 is close and food. So we have a lot of time built into the end that we actually padded it a lot at the end.
I thought we were wearing clothes to this. Sorry, it's awful.
Sean?
Now the question is, now that you've seen, I mean, look at Parley Pro. Parley Pro, I put a lot in because I could think of a lot of details I want to put in. But finance has a lot of details, leadership has a lot of details, and so does programming. These are each 45-minute sessions.
That's fine.
Do an increase to 50 minutes, 55, an hour. We're not, decreasing it isn't an option clearly.
Well, right.
45 is fine.
I think this is a pretty good schedule from the way it's turned out.
Well, I know, but we haven't timed out, we haven't